You can. Thanks. Hi, I'm Tess Fennelly, and congratulations to the entrepreneurs on today and those who will be listening to the recording. This is a exciting and daunting time, but congratulations on this effort. It's really great. I am CEO of a company called Green Sustains Inc., and we help companies with their business development and commercialization of green and sustainable technologies. But previously, I was CEO and co-founder of a company called Remooble, which I sold in November of 2019. It still exists and is still selling great products. The company was developed really based on the principles of green chemistry. The gap in the marketplace was that they needed a powerful product to remove inks, adhesives, and paints, but to do so without the toxicity that's in many, I'd say most of the current products today. And so we did our research, developed technology, had patents surrounding that for these products. And our mission was to develop products that we could take directly to the consumer that they could use without concern for human health or the environment. So Remooble took part in the Minnesota Cup in 2018. We were fortunate enough to be finalists in the Energy, Clean Tech, and Water division, as Al had mentioned. But back to Remooble, our Minnesota experience was that it forces you and your team to really step back and assess your business. Obviously, starting a new company is a huge endeavor, takes a lot of time. Oftentimes you get micro-focused and it's harder to see the forest through the trees. And Minnesota Cup forces you to do that. So it was a great experience in that way. It provided ways to accelerate new business ideas to market. A lot of that came through communicating with the group and the mentorship, and the mentors are fantastic, really offering you expertise in many areas: branding, marketing, finance, ideas on seeking investment, etc. These are people who are volunteering their time. They are experts in the area. They care, and I highly recommend that you leverage that. The pitch coaching was great as well, and exposure to the Minnesota ecosystem of startup networks. Really, there is a depth of connections here, and networking is key, where people can help answer questions that they may have answered already and you have. Really just an excellent opportunity. Funding connections, introducing you to different networks, whether it's an angel network or venture capital, et cetera. And I know that Jim is going to talk a little bit about that, Jim Millis. Encouragement and support. It's not easy, and other people are experiencing this as well. Connection to outside vendors and experts. You never know what you're going to need, whether it's a blender, bottle, or filler, or some mass mailing, or an expert in Amazon Marketplace, etc. And then, of course, new this year is the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency's Green Chemistry Prize. So in addition to being able to win funds through your division, as well as the other special prizes out there, you could also potentially win $10,000 from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency's Green Chemistry Prize. What are some of the tips from our experience? I'd say one of the really big ones is keep the story interesting. Obviously, you're enamored with your technology, your invention, your product, whatever it is, and we love to talk about the details of how we did all of that. But it's also what we found really important to share why you care about what you're doing, what you've invented, and why others should care. And certainly in our case, we brought significant awareness to people of the toxic materials in paint removers, for example, and how they are actually killing people and shouldn't be bringing them into the home. And oftentimes people would think, well, if you could buy it on the shelf at Home Depot, it must be okay to bring home. So it was awareness, and we talked about the passion that we had to protect our friends and family. Practice your pitch, and then also practice your pitch, and then also practice your pitch. You get the idea. Can't stress this enough. Really, really important to concisely be able to communicate what your story is in a pitch. It's your first impression, hopefully not your last. So practicing is critical. I mentioned earlier, take advantage of the advice and ideas from your mentors and networks, whether it's bouncing your pitch off them or your business plan or what you're planning in terms of your investment model, etc. This is one we wish we had known about or actually applied, and it was follow instructions from Minnesota Cup, but don't force fit them. Modify as you see fit, and Jessica may be over there saying no, but every company is so different. And so obviously you have to follow the rules of what Minnesota Cup is asking, but think about it cautiously as you look at your business and the model and make sure that you're not trying to put a round peg into a square hole. And then clearly communicate your go-to-market strategy. I would offer that probably the reason we came in second in the finals and not first, and I would suggest that probably because we didn't articulate well enough what our go-to-market strategy was. Now recognize we had products that we were taking directly to big box stores, and we were going to put them on the shelf. And there's an awful lot that goes along with that. We thought we had talked through this enough, but maybe not. And that comment, I can't see what the next one is, but there it is. Okay. I was covering up the screen here. Participate in the events. The networking is fantastic. We met so many great people. We met someone, I mentioned networking before. We met someone from Amazon Marketplace who offered us advice and met with us several times to help us understand how to really maximize our presence there and where we should spend and not. And that was fantastic. And we wouldn't have met that person had we not participated in these events. And then, of course, when you're going through this or done, pay it forward like this person did. I mean, it's just resources are valuable. And then the last thing is have fun. And I'm really excited that there are companies who are interested in green and sustainable chemistry. It's a passion of mine. So good luck. And that's all I have.